guys, here are 3 really easy, simple exercises to add in on a daily basis if you spend a lot of time sitting down. So we're going to start off with cat camels. Basically, just put your hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips, and we're just going to squeeze the shoulders together and arch down through the spine, and then hollow up the other way. So push through the shoulders, try and pull your belly button in, tuck your hips towards your head, and then head towards your hips. Come back down and just go for 5 to 10 reps like that, just trying to get as much movement through your spine as possible. And once you've done 10 reps like that, just move your hands forwards very slightly, and we're just going to slide our one knee up to the outside of our hand and go through some X slides. So try and drop that back hip in towards the floor and start to rotate over that front leg. That should get a nice stretch into this hip flexion on the back leg, and then from there pushing back and across. So reaching with this front hand as far forwards as possible and reaching back with that foot as far as possible. You should get a nice stretch into the glutes and into the lats here, and just try and make this as active as possible. Just drop that hip in and then pushing back and across, and come back up, back and across. And then once you've done 3 each side there, let's just push back into a downward dog. And our last exercise is just a deep lunge. So just try and pull the hips forwards, open up those hips, just get that little bit of movement there. And then we're going to drop the elbow to the heel and rotate up towards the ceiling. And then just pushing back and swapping sides, pulling the hips forwards and into our rotation there, and just go for 5 each side like that. Take a second in this bottom position just to pull the hips forwards and into our rotation. Obviously that is not an exhaustive list, but the key with this is just keeping it as simple as possible. If you can just get into the habit of like if you've been sat down for an hour or 2 hours, just getting up and doing like a bare minimum, which could be just like 5 cat camels, get your spine moving, get your shoulders moving a little bit. That is going to be great, and you're going to feel much better for doing that. And that is really the key thing with this, is just trying to find a way to actually make it as consistent as possible. So just try and set whatever like that bare minimum is. Once you're down on the floor and you've done a couple of cat camels, you're probably like, actually I'm just going to do this other little bit, stretch off this bit here, or just kind of go through that flow, and it might extend to something a little bit more.